Good evening, everybody, and well done to Spider Sprue for getting first contact. American Werewolf. I haven't been able to put that little bit of chat there, you know, the little flash up there. So you didn't know that it was Spider Sprue who actually got it. It is Star Trek First Contact. And you will notice that I'm sitting very high up in my chair at the moment. The reason being is I have fixed the chair and I can now put it down. But I bought the piston for tall people. So I won't be staying at this height. As a matter of fact, let's go down to normal height and bring my table back to where it's supposed to be as well. I just thought that was fun. Christopher Grantham, I cannot play your jingle at the moment because, or can I? Let's try. Can I play your jingle? Stand by. No, I can't. I can't play your jingle. I will figure that out. The reason being is tonight I'm actually streaming completely on Restream. I'm doing some tests. I'm checking some stuff out. So if the quality's bad or we're very pixelated and we're not as sharp as we normally are, that's the reason why. Because I'm actually doing a trial to see if I'm going to upgrade my package. And if I do decide to do that, it's going to be a lot more money. And I want to do a trial first to see how that goes. And I am wearing a Pulse headset tonight, and there's a reason for that as well. So I do have ears. I still got ears. So, but I've got to, and I'll explain that afterwards as well. It's all cool. Now, in that little dog in the picture, that was Pip. Pip is actually staying with us for another couple of days. Later on, Mrs. Worldaway might bring her in so you can see her. So she is good. She's all cool. I'm glad it seems fine, Gary, because I did a couple of trials before I started to stream tonight, and it was pixeling, and I thought, oh, what's the problem? And the last trial I did, because I did this unlisted, it was working fine. So I'm just thinking, okay, the biggest worry I had is I'm actually using OBS virtual camera on Restream, but the sound you hear is actually coming directly through Restream, and I was worried a little bit about lip sync. So if my lip sync's out, that's the reason for that. Yeah, I'll explain all of that later. They told you you'll have to see that. So what have I been doing this week? Well, first off, and I have got graphics in this, so I can actually do graphics, is all you Patreons, look, this is how Scooby-Doo in resin is looking now. As you can see, it's really going well. Phil, you'll be proud of me. Look, the resin is actually perfect. That is hard now. I'll just let it do its final cure. It looks perfect. So you can see some little blemishing down the side. That's actually from the plastic, not the resin. So when I take it out, that plastic thing, that blemishing just above the head, that's not going to be there. So I'm happy with that. That's absolutely brilliant. So I think my little foray into the world of resin, because I was nervous about doing it after mine and Sprue versus little challenge of putting jaws in resin. Oh, we've still got something to show for that in our gardens, haven't we? You might find when I switch between things as well, like I just did then, I might go pixely after that, and it will come later on as well. Play some music. I can't play music because I haven't figured it out. So we'll have to see. Was the sound right? Okay, we'll have to figure. I'll look back at this stream and see how we're going anyway. The other thing is that for my 50th birthday, which is July the 4th, everyone, I've asked Mrs. Worldaway to get me something retro, just to show my first year of life, and something that dominates my first 50 years was when I worked for Blockbuster Video. So what I'm going to be doing is taking all of this down here. I'm going to be moving my Star Trek transporter. I'll tell you about that in a second. By the way, I do have this monologue at the start, so that's why you're just going to have to let me ramble on. But I've got a great big Blockbuster ticket going to be put there. And I've been working on some embroidery as well. Mrs. Worldaway's printed this for me. Look, a Blockbuster handkerchief. And that's all embroidered. Mainly because I want to get a Blockbuster shirt. I'm just fascinated by how much Blockbuster uniforms, fixtures, fittings, and stuff like that are going for at the moment. It's like it's a fashion brand. Absolutely crazy. So I did mention to the patrons the other night that I'm trying to get hold of a quick drop box. Now, there's a lot of units which used to be Blockbusters that aren't anymore that have still got the quick drop box where you post your videos through. Those letterboxes are over £500. So if someone had one, chances are that they don't know what they've got and they've either scrapped it, or if they do know what they've got, they sold it for a lot of money. So I'm thinking about fabricating my own one, but I need measurements. So if you are in a town that still has one of the old Blockbuster quick drops, do us a favor, take a picture of it and email it me, and hopefully get a ruler with some measurements so I know how big the rectangle is, how big the letterbox opening is. I'm sure the shop would question you when you're measuring it up. I do understand there's one in Uckfield. I know Hertford's still got their one as well. Some of these are my old stores, which make me laugh. So it's a crying tale. It's a crying tale. But we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, as far as I'm concerned, this week, and that is TV series. Now, for me, all the way back to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, I can think of, Star Trek: The Next Generation. I've always found that the first series is always the one where it's introducing characters, not the greatest, but you're starting to learn things. In the second series, normally you're finding your feet. And by the third series, it's knocking it out the ballpark. And that was brilliant for Buffy. Angel, I think third series was with Connor and Keith Sarabica's character. I mean, I love that whole arc. The Next Generation, obviously, we had finished off with the best of both worlds. Mandalorian. So the Mandalorian has just finished its season finale for season 3, and I didn't think much of it. I don't know what it was, but I think that the writers, as I mentioned again this to patrons yesterday, the writers had a start and they knew the end, and they figured we're filling the middle bit as we go along. And I'm sure that was the plan that they used for the Star Wars trilogy with Rey and Finn afterwards as well. They didn't know where they're going with it, no direction. So I didn't really, it was okay. It was all right. But I've just watched Picard. Okay, right. I've just watched the series finale of Picard. Don't worry, there's going to be no spoilers. Yeah. Now with Star Trek: The Next Generation films, so you got your Generations, your First Contact, your Insurrection, Nemesis. I thought Insurrection was just an extended TV show. So rather than a theatrical film, it should have been shown on TV. I think the last Picard episode is the complete opposite. It's a TV episode that really should have been shown at the cinema. Oh my God. What? That was some amazing TV. And if you haven't watched it, wow. And it's set up so much. And there's an after credits scene. And there's this great scene where this thing happens. And it's just like the artwork on it, just seeing, oh my God, I can't tell. Mrs. Rodaway will tell you, I've been buzzing. I've been buzzing since watching it. So you love the finale. But God, yeah, I'm telling you, Picard was absolutely amazing. That's all I can say about it. It's absolutely amazing, and I won't hear anything else about it. So if you haven't seen it, you've got to see Picard Series 3. Anyway, that's my venting off, just saying that some series got it, some seasons haven't it. Borg is boring. No, Borg is never boring. Beyond Borg, the tennis player, is boring. But we'll have to see. Oh, bless. The Kathleen Kennedy effect. I mean, can you believe they've announced 3 more films bringing Rey back? Everyone I don't know anyone who liked Last Jedi, and I don't know anyone in the whole world who liked Rise of Skywalker. And it's always this thing that I'm saying, that you're not telling me any of the cast and crew while making the I can't even pronounce the film, Rise of Skywalker 4, this film's really bad. Why they're making it? Because it was terrible. I tried to watch it again 2 days ago. I was telling Mrs. Rodaway, I just couldn't get through the film. And I just pushed it. The acting was terrible. The best line in it was Poe Dameron, the Oscar Isaac, saying, somehow the Emperor's returned. I thought that was a classic line. You're going to see some videos on Saturday. Ian over at Power Upgrades has got a collection of hoverboards. I actually made this Pitbull hoverboard, which looks like this. I did all the painting and stuff for that myself, and it comes in this little, you'll see it all on the video on Saturday. I was hoping to get an Enterprise video out tomorrow, but it hasn't happened. I've been at hospital today with my mum. I just didn't get time to finish the painting. I'm not going to get time tomorrow either, so I'm hoping that I'll have an Enterprise video out next week. Tomorrow, I think I'll fill that with a Marvel movie collection, because I've got the next 3 of that. I promise I will look at chat in a second. I'm just looking around my things. Is there anything else that I haven't mentioned? No, I think we're good. Okay, why am I wearing Sony PlayStation headsets? Well, later on, probably around about past, I'm going to be inviting some people onto the show. So if you've got a webcam and a microphone, I will be putting, this is going to go crazy, I'll be putting a link in chat. And click on that link and you'll pop up. I can only have 10 at a time, so it might say the room's full. And I might pick someone random just to have a chat with. So you will need a webcam and headphones. and I'll bring you on, and we'll see what happens. Because I just want to try it out. Should be fun. But I'll send you that link later on. But welcome to Thursday Night Chat. I've had 10 minutes of ranting, raving, and fanboying over Picard. Let me go back. I thought the finale was underwhelming of Mandalorian compared to how season 1 and 2 ended. I was underwhelmed. It has to say. Buffy was great. Although saying that, you know, Buffy was great, but God, I didn't like the last season of Buffy, season 7, with the potentials. I liked the one with Glory, which was season 5. Season 6 was a bit weird with Willow going crazy. Angel, though, season 3 for me is the best season by far. I love Angel and Buffy. Picard 4th season tomorrow. No. They can't make any more Picard series. Trust me. Picard needs to end. That's how it needs to end. Everyone's happy, but it has open things for other things, which I can't say because I don't give spoilers away. Do you know when the boxes can be introduced? What boxes? Pete Cooper, what boxes? I don't know. Yeah, the Borg's always been great. The Borg's, although saying that, like I'm gonna have a I liked Q. If you know your Next Generation, I love Q. You know, where they first meet the Borg. I like Best of Both Worlds. I was a little bit with Descent. You're not gonna like that with Law and taking over the Borg. I loved First Contact. The Borg in Voyager didn't do it for me at all. Although, you know, 7 and 9. Enough said. But wow, this was brilliant. You wouldn't worry about Kathleen Kennedy. Her fortunes are tied to Indy 5, and she's been denied any more time, money to improve it. It fails, she's gone. You reckon? I mean, I can't believe there's an Indiana Jones 5 because I don't even remember there being an Indiana Jones 4. Well, I don't know if people have started to receive their Optimus Prime yet, Ray. So, Lou, you're the person to ask for that. Have you received Optimus Prime yet? I'm guessing that the first pack is on its way shortly to people because I managed to get an early pack, Ray. So I'm not expecting the second pack for a while. Who is the best Doctor Who? For me, it was Tom Baker and David Tennant. For me, it was Tom Baker and Peter Davidson, and only because that was my era of Doctor that I watched. I did like Matt Smith, though, because my daughter started to get into Doctor Who as well. And obviously Paul McGann. I've got to say, Paul McGann was a brilliant Doctor. Wayne, are you doing the Back to the Future car? Well, I was considering doing it again, but I don't know if I am now because I've decided I am going to take on Thanos' gauntlet. So, because it's big. I like big things. So that's the only reason. It's so big that I'm like, you know, it would be silly not to. That gauntlet is bigger than Iron Man, from what I understand. Oh, bless. Yes, it is a new build, Pete. The boxes that I can't open. I'm just looking at all of them here. Yes, it is new. I don't know when I'll be able to do that, though. Pete's just talking about a load of boxes that I've got down here, which I can't do anything with at the moment. So seriously, this week I've had nothing to build. After I did that, what was the blimmin' video that I did? So this is what old age does to you. I completely forgot. What was the last thing I just did? It was come on, people. What was the last video I just built? It was the Tumblr. Batman Tumblr. After that Batman Tumblr, I've got nothing else to build. Hence why I wanted to do the Enterprise, but I'm just not going to be able to get an Enterprise video out this week. No, so I'm guessing you're going to get Optimus Prime before the end of the month, Lou. So once they go out, then I suppose they'll be looking at box 2. I do understand that people that have been ordering the gauntlet, though, am I right in saying that you got your gauntlet and then you were charged straight away for the second pack? Is that right? I'm waiting to see. So don't know how that's going to go. Paul Ryder, for me, the things from the fluid space were worse than the Borg, but better enemies. What was the? I mean, I did love that Voyager episode. Now, I watched Voyager, God knows when it first came out, and never watched it again. But the species, whatever the number is, that they first meet the Borg for the first time and completely annihilate them. That was like brilliant. Oh, bless me, definitely. You know what, Phil? I'm spoiler alert. I haven't watched your next video yet. It went up this morning on my phone, and as I said, I've been out all day today, so I haven't seen it. But I do. I can't wait to see you and Lou doing your thing, getting the Aztecing done on the saucer, which I'm fascinated with because I've got that to do. Looking forward to that. Oh, you had the first payment taken out for the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, I am guessing that that's going to be coming out soon, you Optimus Prime, Greg. So it's just watch this space. We always knew it was going to be the end of April. So he likes big gloves and he cannot lie. I did like your cornea thing. How did no one get Picard, the eyeball from Picard, apart from Spider Spirit? I thought, Lou, I thought you'd get that straight away. I thought that was too easy. But did you notice I've changed it from the last scene to the first scene? Because chances are in a film, the last scene is some character smiling and walking off into the sunset. But the first scene is normally something completely random, which has got nothing to do with the film. So I thought, yeah, let's do the first scene. That should make things a little bit fun. Germany seems to be delayed with Optimus Prime. The camp page says released on the 20th of July now. Oh, wow. I wasn't aware of that, Mika. My Titanic engines will never turn. I could not for the life of me make them turn nicely. Okay, Phil, the reason for that, I'm guessing when you tried to do it with hands, they were just clunking along, yeah? If that's what happened to you, forget the motor, doing it by hand. If it's clunking, the little shaft, the shaft connects to another shaft down the bottom with a thing in the middle. Chances are that thing in the middle needs to be pushed out. So rather than sit like that, it will sit like that. And you just push them in and out till it runs smooth. I think I explained that in the Pack 7 video. I think if you watch my Pack 7 video, it might be the Pack 7, it could be Pack 6. I explained that so you could get a nice smooth operation with it. But I hope that's helped. Otherwise, they won't work. Do you fancy a paintball match? But we have uniform inspection an hour. Oh, come on, it'll be all right. Yeah, of course it will. I don't hear anything. These blast marks are too precise for Imperial Stormtroopers. Yeah, right. Will we get to build RoboCop in the UK? I haven't seen it anywhere. I know Kevin over at the Nexus has been building it, but I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it. We've got Alien coming though, so that's going to be good. Am I going to be doing the Optimus Prime by Agora? I've already done the first box ray. It's on the channel. Doctor Who scares the heck out of you. It gave me nightmares. The Daleks definitely gave me nightmares, Mark. Definitely. But and then when I was watching the Matt Smith, those little things that move when you got your eyes closed, yeah, that wasn't nice either. Tumblr. Thank you, Lou. I thought you were telling me a dating site to go on. Isn't that a dating site? Tumblr? I wouldn't know these things. You got your second Tumblr delivery, waiting to do most of it until I get the windscreen mod. Is there a windscreen mod? Oh, you're talking about film making it darker? I didn't actually keep the trial because the trial did have a darker film. But there you go. Paul McGann was at Aberdeen Comic Con last month as part of a Doctor Who panel. He's also going to be at the London Film and Comic Con this year, Richard. I'm hoping to go to that. I'm definitely going to be going, hopefully, at the end of May to the MCM Comic Con over at the Excel Centre. Have to see how that goes. Hello, Edward Bellamy. How's it going? Yeah, no, we've got 10 more days of the month, so I'm fingers crossed. I will have to find out what's going on. I don't know. Have you had any notes? You've had payment come out for it, haven't you? I don't know. I don't know how it is for the folks in the US and how it's all set up or anything like that. What about the train time machine at the end of Back to the Future 3? I haven't seen a part work for that, Adrian, but someone did do a resin model. And that someone, I believe, was it Randy Cooper? Didn't he do a resin model of the train? I could be wrong. I'm sure it was Randy Cooper. Oh, there we go. Species 8472. There we go. That was a brilliant episode. Look at everyone's like correcting me. Seriously, I actually really like. See, I love Deep Space Nine, and I really did like Voyager. but I just never got to watch it. And you know what puts me off now? That they've made the next generation HD and looks absolutely brilliant. Obviously, they've done the original series and they've made it look absolutely brilliant and added extra graphics, although some of them are like, it didn't look like that originally. But with Deep Space Nine and Voyager, they kind of left. So you've still got the 4:3, and it's, I don't know. Watching pan and scan on a widescreen TV is not doing it for me, I'm afraid. But I don't know who's doing the Back to the Future. I'd like to, because I'd like to do my own mods. But then I was looking at the ones I've got, and then I thought, well, I'd need a power mod. I'd need the Xmas tree mod. I'd need the flux capacitor mod. I'd need the EL light mod. And then to do my own mods on top of that, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. Anyone remember K9 from Doctor Who? There should be a model of him. I think there probably is somewhere. I mean, I said Tom Baker was my first introduction to Doctor Who. Then Peter Davison, Sylvester McCoy. I probably watched that as well. Colin Baker as well, but not as passionately as I was watching Tom Baker. Because one of my friends, and I'm sure if he's watching, he's not gonna mind me mentioning him. His name was David Abrahall. He goes by the name of David Alacy now. He's actually a cabaret singer. He actually sings like Frank Sinatra. He looks like him as well. And he works on he does like a Rat Pack tour. I think he's been in Vegas as well. But he was a crazy Doctor Who fan. And when Tom Baker and Peter Davison come out, we used to have like mufti days at school. He would have the full Doctor's outfit. And the matter, he had so much Doctor Who collectibles in his house. I remember him in our local paper down in Essex. If you're in Essex, you probably know the Evening Echo, and he was in that with his Doctor Who collection. But David Abrahall, good friend, but he was crazy about Doctor Who, and I think that was the reason that I got to Doctor Who. He walked around with a sonic screwdriver and everything. It was riveting, absolutely riveting. Yeah, Borg, you'll be assimilated. Species A472 on my fluid space. That was a great episode. That was some great. As I said to Esther at the end of watching Picard, I was like, oh, that was some great TV. That was some great TV. It's very rare that I've come out of a TV program fanboying over it, going, oh my God, that was amazing. As a matter of fact, I think my friend might have. Russell's going to be on the show in June. And I'm sure, I was going to say, I'm sure there's going to be a text from him. And I've got a text from him here. And he says, that was brilliant. Chekhov's grandson, Admiral Tuvok 7, I can't pronounce, I'm not going to say that because it's a spoiler. And another spoiler. Excellent, best Picard series by far. Just a shame the Borg and the Changeling seem to lose so easily. Everything else he said, I can't read because it's spoilers. And it's only just come out today, so I'm not going to go into it. Oh, you still thought it said the last scene? No, I've changed it so it's got the first scene now as well. It was a subtle change, but you know, seeing as I'm going to be branding everything with block, I'm aiming, Lou. I want to wear a Blockbuster Video shirt to Wonderfest. So I'm going to get a polo shirt and get that embroidery on one because I just think it would be quite a funny thing to walk around in. Have a Blockbuster Video shirt. Because I used to have the Blockbuster, as I said, the Blockbuster Video you see in the Netflix series and stuff is blue with the Blockbuster logo on, but it never used to be like that. It used to be just a blue, like a cyan blue shirt with holes here, and you put your name badge through the holes, and that's where you get the Blockbuster image from in your name. I have got my name badge somewhere. It's probably in the cupboard upstairs, thinking about it, in, as we call it, the oobly-goo. Actually an oubliette, but we call it oobly-goo for some strange reason. Your X-Wing makes a lot of noise when closing. Does it close okay? I mean, look, this is how much noise my one makes. I don't know if you're gonna, if there's a, I don't think there's a filter on here, so you might hear it. A little bit of noise. But if your gears aren't meshed properly, then yeah, you're going to make a massive noise. Weeping angels, that's what they were called. The angels in Doctor Who don't blink. No, if you blink, they move. Is that right? You have a Tumblr. You know, Phil, why is it my age? Is it my age that there's TikTok videos of people with those tumblers and you put rocks and like find sand in them and make them shiny? I'm captivated by it. I'm captivated by watching someone put rocks in this turning thing, leaving it for 3 days, and they come out all shiny, and then they put some other mixture in there to make them like. Why am I so fascinated by videos like that? That and mudlarking. Mudlarking, if you don't know what that is, it's people going down to the Thames in London at low tide and digging up clay pipes and God knows what else they find once the estuary is drained. Fascinated by it. Absolutely fascinated. Hello, Andrew Simpson. How's it going? You saw him met Robert Picardo. I've saw Robert Picardo at a London Film and Comic Con before. At the end of the night, I was sat drinking with him. Oh, wow. But you know me, I mean, I know he was the Doctor and stuff, but I liked him in every Joe Dante film around. He was in Explorers, wasn't he? He played the big alien with the hands on his head. Richard, you fulfilled a boyhood dream and met Lee Thompson at Aberdeen. Oh, I met Lee Thompson at London Film and Comic Con. Oh, Lee. And my daughter met Hayley Atwell, so that was quite a fun time. She also met Bernard Cribbins and John Hurt as well. I've got pictures somewhere. I'm on the TNA. What's the TNA? On the way towards Surrey now. Got a June boat to dry dock appointment for hole blacking. What's the TNA? I'm on the TNA. No idea. Hello, Richard. I just started going fuzzy. It's going to happen because if there's things going on in the background, I can't fix it, unfortunately, on this. With OBS, I can, but it's the way it is. This is the problem with a web-based browser. But, you know, we're learning, we're ironing these things out. We'll have to see how that goes. Your first horror movie was Dracula. Now, which Dracula? Because Christopher Lee was in loads. Satanic Rites of Dracula. Wasn't he in Dracula AD? Blood for Dracula. He was in loads. You've got to love the old Hammer horror films. How's the new Enterprise? It's coming good, but I'm doing painting at the moment because I'm at this stage where with the problem with kit models compared to partwork models is you have to do them in an order. So I want to put my VIP lounge, I want to put it in the Enterprise, but I can't do that because I need to paint the outside. Obviously, if the VIP lounge is in there and I'm painting it, it's just going to go on to the VIP lounge. So what I had to do was paint the outside, which I've done, cut some clear acrylic to put in the VIP lounge windows, put a light in there because I want a warm white light, not a bright light, then put the VIP lounge in, then put the AB deck on. Then I think I can move on. But I just haven't had any time to do that at the moment, unfortunately. No more Tumblr jokes. Was watching Pack 20 of the HMS Victory today. Pity you were sent to the fire pit. Well, I mean, I think it was probably after Pack 20, John, that I never actually received another one. As a matter of fact, the Victory played a part in yesterday's stream because I was using some of the old wood from the Victory. I've got my piece here to stir the resin to do that Scooby-Doo. So, you know, it's been donated to other projects. I just don't have luck with wooden ships. I don't know what it is. But yeah, when you want Polar Lights to come out with a cutaway version of Jupiter 2. Well, you know what? The first thought I had, have you watched Picard, Phil? The last episode. My first thought is someone, and I'm looking at Polar Lights, needs to bring out a range of 1 350 scale ships of the Enterprise B, C, D, E, F, and G. Was that a spoiler then? They need to bring them all out as 1 350, just exactly like we've got there for the refit. Because I want them all to be the same size, and honestly, I'd buy a new house just to display them all. Or I would, you know, do what Lou's done and just create some sort of museum in your house where you've seen the video of our Wonderfest trip last year. God, his room. His room is the room. What was the film? It was Brewster's Millions. This is the room I want to die in. Okay, take it away, boys. You're not allowed to see it with my parents. I could not sleep that night or the following nights. Today, I love horror movies. Yeah, I'm the same. When I first watched American Wealth in London, it scared the bejeebers out of me as a kid. But one of my favourite films now. You would have preferred a 1-1 K9. It could probably be done thinking about the size of K9. And what do you think of the Fahrenheit? I think it looks good, but I think it looks really busy, if that's a word, Noah's Reef. The problem with the Michael Bay, and I don't know if this was just me, is that I haven't actually seen the films, but I've seen the trailers. I do have the films to watch, but it seems like there's so much going on and the action's so close, you can't really tell what the hell's going on the screen. And that's mirrored in the figurine that they've got. It just seems to be a whole, you can make out is Optimus Prime, but I'm guessing if you didn't know what Optimus Prime looked like, it's quite a confusing little model. But I probably will still do it. Very hypocritical, aren't I? Zoltan, Hound of Dracula is a great Hammer horror film. My favorite ones was The Creeping Flesh. Do you remember that? Oh, that was a good one. And Now the Screaming Starts. Was that the one with the hand, the dismembered hand walking along? God, there were some good Hammer horror films. Tom Booker. Wish someone would do part work of the 5 Thunderbirds, Jerry Anderson. Well, we had Thunderbird 2. I always said they need to bring out Thunderbird 1, but Thunderbird 2, you could buy the Tracy Island with it. And if you had Tracy Island, you'd need it'd need to be on some sort of plinth to house a Thunderbird 1 in the swimming pool. And then you'd need like an extra room above it for a little space station up there. Thunderbird 5. Well, the Hogwarts Express, when did we do that trial? That was like, God, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and it never came to fruition. I do think that would be an expensive license, though, so I don't know. But I mean, Harry Potter's being milked. There's rumors of a HBO series for that. Is that something that we need? A retelling of what we've only just recently had? And to me, I know the last Harry Potter film came out, what was it, 10 years ago? But that's still recent to me. Or is that me showing my age again? I don't know. You still get the Evening Echo. Does the I've got to know, if you're living in Basildon or Pitsyway, do you still have the standard recorder or the yellow advertiser down there? Oh, I still remember those papers. I'm having a right retro sort of reminiscing back to my my days in Basildon sort of thing, hence the Blockbuster thing. The Pope's Exorcist is a good film. Now that's Russell Crowe, isn't it? I haven't seen it. I'd like to see that. Don't know if Mrs. Wilderwayne would come and see that with me. That's a shallow canal in parts. I started working life on the cut was a wooden shipwright. Love the canals. I'm addicted to one of these. See, we've got canals and locks down our way. We've got Foxton Locks just down the road, and there's a YouTuber I follow called Country House Gent, and I'm just captivated by his little show. I know Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart like coming over to this country and going on the canals. That could be fun to do. Phil, next time you're in the UK, we should hire a canal boat and try our luck going down a canal. We can hire them from Market Harbour here and go to Foxton Locks and back, but can't say my driving's going to be any good. Hi, Joseph. How's it going? Hey, well, I'm really enjoying your podcast. Any idea for some upcoming topics? Well, the next topic that I'm going to be doing, because I'm trying to do them every 2 weeks, Jason, is regarding about retro things, actually. It's all about retro, mainly retro TV from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and why I started to get in touch in what's the word I'm looking for? I started to find my fanhood in 60s TV shows in the 80s. So, see, I wouldn't have known about things like, I'm sure these are 60s, but I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, Time Tunnel, Land Before Time, all of those sort of things. Not the Land Before Time. What's it called? The Land of the Giants. Land of the Giants. I wouldn't known any about that until the 80s, so that's why I know all about those as well. Well, no, I never watched the original Lost in Space. I watched the movie with Matt LeBlanc. That was my introduction to Lost in Space. Oh, bless. As well as fully remastered on Blu-ray, plus all legacy bonus content and access to digital copies of films. Really? Did anyone watch today's largest rocket in the world take off? I did. Elon Musk said there's only going to be a 50% charge. I think they just wanted it to take off. They didn't care what happened after that. So I knew it blew up afterwards. I do wonder if they actually did that themselves, because I don't want to damage where it took off from. I don't know. You'd really love someone to do an X-Bomber and Die X from Starfleet, a Japanese puppet show. Well, you know what? You saying that, Gary, you bought, when last time you were in the workshop, you bought the, Oh God, what's it called? The God Phoenix from Battle of the Planets. I've recently seen some artwork that someone's done of the old Battle of Planets been brought up to date, and oh my God, it looks amazing. They really need to bring that Battle of the Planets and the cartoon show Mask needs to be brought back in a big way, whether it be animated or as a film. I don't care. It would look really good though. You're watching resin, yeah, some chat stirring resin. It's almost as interesting as watching paint dry, wasn't it, David? Okay, I think right. It's 8:36. What I'm gonna do. Let's see if this works. I will try and catch up with chat. Okay, but I know I'm a long way. A 350D is 6 foot long and 6 foot wide. Oh crap! Wait a minute. What scale's our refit then, Lou? That's 350 scale, isn't it? Is it really that? So I'm confused. The D is towers over the. I need to see a picture of someone's probably got a picture of scales compared to the starships. It would look good. Yeah, I think I went a bit big there, didn't I? I just like big models. I like big models, and I cannot lie. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in chat. If you've got a microphone and a webcam and you want to come online, then click on that link and it will invite you over here, and I'll pick people randomly to come on. This is why I said it's going to be a bit random. If you can't get on, it's because the link's full and there's too many people in here. And if you don't get on, it's because I can't get through everyone at once. I was going to individually try and PM people with the code, but I can't do that because it won't let me on YouTube. So if this works, stand by. I'm going to put a code in chat and copy and paste the code. There you go. And when people come on, I will randomly pick people and we'll just chat about whatever you want to chat about. The next ownership is way bigger than the refit. Okay, then. Okay, perhaps a little scale. I want it to look bigger than the refit then, but not too bigger. Anybody seen that Battersea Power Station is now a very upmarket shopping centre? I have. I see you can go up in a lift in the chimney as well. Oh, look, we've got Ian. So let's see if this works. I'm going to put Ian on. Ready? Ian first. Okay. Hello, Ian.
Hello.
Oh, that's working good. Everyone's happy here. Let's bring some people in. So, Ian, we've got you. I'm going to bring Phil in. Hello, Phil.
It works.
It does work. I'm gonna bring Will in from Will's workshop. There we go. We've got
Hello?
Will in.
This
is
it's
good.
seamless.
Ah, look at that. It is seamless. This is the whole reason why I want to use Restream, so that I can talk to you fine people. So the questions I've got first, Ian, how on earth is your shelf not breaking with that Ecto one up there?
I've got about 12-inch bolts into the wall with 2-inch thick plate brackets and
oh my God,
glass shelf.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna bring two more people in here. Ready? I've got Lou. Hello, Lou.
Hey,
how's it going? And we've got Jacob.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the world.
I'm reimagining a real window.
Yeah, you did what? Sorry.
Sorry,
what I missed that. Phil, what did you say? Hello.
hello. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All these windows are popping up now all over my test.
They are. I said this is like one of those Zoom calls that we had during lockdown where the cast of some film would come in and there'd be just like hundreds of actors on here. But I'm so glad this works. So it's nice meeting you, Jacob. And definitely Will. I think it's the first time that I've managed to talk to you just like this rather than making plaques for you.
Yeah, which is, as you can see, probably just behind me. It's just there.
Have you got it? Your workshop looks quite massive there.
Yeah, can't remember what the actual size is, but it's fairly good. I've got a bar.
A bar.
Priorities.
Pints on draft.
I've got Pepsi. That's all I've got underneath my desk here.
Draft beer. That's the way to go forward.
Well, if I had a beer, I've actually got some ales, but I'm saving them from when my buddy Russell comes down because there's nothing better than a drunken live stream. So I don't know if YouTube agree to those sort of things, but
how many of us can you get in this box?
I think 10. Look, Mark's Mods. Let's bring Mark's Mods in. Hello, Mark's Mods.
Hello, Mark.
Although saying that, there's only really space for 9, isn't there? But I'm sure it's 10. I could bring 10
now,
in.
Here's what I'm seeing. So Ian is right up next to you in the box. So what he has to do is take something, pass it to his right, and see if you can take it.
Well, like this. Whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it'll be that way then.
Well, that's it. If you can't do that, we're all leaving.
Well, the thing is, I can change some of these images as well. So, like, I can like make us bigger like that. I can move us all around like this and like this and like this and like this. I mean, it's great.
Can't do the full Brady Bunch, there's just no point to it.
Well, that's what we should do. Richard Chisholm. Hello, Richard. How's it going? It works. We got Richard in here as well.
Okay, you know what we could do with this? You've got to do World of Wayne Hollywood Squares. Come on. And we got to put Lou in the center square. Come on.
I can't do a decent Paul Lynn impression.
Lou is now in the center square.
Lou's in the center square. All right, now we can do it.
I didn't realize I could move this around. This is all learning for me. I've never had a chance to actually play with this. This is great because I thought there'd be a problem with everyone speaking and then they'll speech jam everybody, but that isn't the case. How cool is that?
Having been on many Google Meet calls for work, there's usually about 20 or 30 of us on there, and you just have to know when to take your own turn.
Oh my god! Well, this is great. I'm just looking at chat. Imagine having 50 on-screen chatters. I can still put messages on here as well. Look at that. I don't actually know, Phil. What is Hollywood Squares? Is that like
what?
It's celebrity squares.
It's celebrity,
What
right?
these stars
Noughts and
in
crosses.
the secret square, and the contestant who picks the secret square could win a prize package of over $500. What star is it?
Was you the presenter? You sound like you've got that.
I love that show. So it was noughts and crosses in a box, and you had a celebrity in each box, and you had two contestants, and when you got a question right, you got to pick an X or an O. And if you could complete the noughts and crosses, if you could get 3 across, 3 up,
Right,
3 up,
okay.
you won that. It was on for years and years. Gary Marshall was the host.
Phil is
Peter
almost correct. He's almost correct. The two contestants, one was X and one was O.
Right.
And the host would ask the comedian a question. If you agreed with the comedian and they were right, then if you were X, you got an X there.
There you go.
We had
But if you agreed with them and they were wrong, you got nothing, and the other person could steal the square.
Because we had like blankety blank with the X's and the O's.
No,
but
that's how you should be giving away the helmets.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because if you win a game, you win a helmet.
You see, I should have done that, shouldn't I?
You could have gone big. Stick with me, pal. I'm a producer.
Oh, there we go. Look, Chris Hurst is saying that Celebrity Squares is an upmarket version of blankety blank. I've never heard of it. So Lou, have you seen Picard? Did you?
I did.
And what did you think?
Everybody gets a happy ending.
They do, but there's that one scene where the special effects were out of this world, and it was on the ship, and they look up and see a ship. That scene, I'm telling you, needs to be blown up as a poster. That was something else.
And see, I didn't think it was all that different from Mandalorian because everybody got a happy ending.
Yeah, but the Mandalorian was sort of like hyped because you had a lot of action in the Mandalorian, and then I just I don't know.
To be absolutely honest, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm sorry. I didn't think this was the final episode of Mandalorian until I was like, well, wait a minute, they're wrapping up a lot of stuff here. I thought that there were 10 episodes of that, like there were 10 episodes of everything else. There's only 8 episodes of Mandalorian this year. So I thought, oh, we certainly have a couple episodes left. So when they started wrapping up stuff, I'm going, wait a minute, this feels awfully strange.
But they could quite happily end that series now, couldn't they, really? And live happily ever after.
I think there's a reason why there's only 8 episodes of Mandalorian, because it's like I can't afford to produce it.
Well, I think back, they only did 8 episodes of Obi-Wan, and they only did what was I think 8 episodes.
But what they do, Lou, is they take a chunk of money and they literally budget something, and that's what they give to the show.
Oh yeah, I know how that works.
Yeah, so I mean that's the problem is you know. It's all a little too commercialized.
Phil, I've got Paul Ryder said, "Wants to know when you moved to the US."
Yeah, I said 1972.
That was before I was born.
Before I was born.
That's where who was born? Who said that?
I got to leave. I'm sorry. 1972 was like right before I graduated high school.
I'm just trying to work out your age.
You're only 3 years older than me.
I graduated in 78.
Yeah, I graduated in 80.
Ah, see, I came to England in 1978. So from the land down under.
Now, is everybody going to be watching the coronation?
You know what? I love that sort of thing, but it's getting a lot of bad press at the moment. I don't know why.
Really?
So, yeah, they're talking about
more bad press than Harry and May.
No, tell me about it. But I do think that there's a lot of bad monarchy blood at the moment, as if Charles is undeserving. So they're talking about protests and everything. But
he's put in his time. Come on.
Yeah, well, we got a bank holiday, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, no, definitely. This is great seeing everybody's workshops. Look at that. You've had a move around in your one, Mark, haven't you? Mark's mods.
Yeah, massive move around.
And you're another one who's managed to get. You've got your Ecto one on a shelf there. I don't understand all these people that have managed to get the Ecto ones on the shelves, because that thing I can't even lift without causing a hernia or something.
Yeah, it's really heavy. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Very trusting.
Well,
very trusting of their sky hooks.
The shelving I've got behind me and the shelving you've got, Wayne, holds up to about 76 kilograms or something. So the Ecto one's only about 14 kilograms.
The shelves might hold that, but the wall might not. That's the worry I've got. Because this is only drywall here. If I haven't got the studs, this is going to fall big time off that. So
what's a kilogram?
Okay, you Americans in your metric system.
If you've got a gram and you want it dead, you give it a kilogram.
Oh, you kill. Oh, got it. All right.
But you Americans, you measure in inches, don't you? And like when you're talking about things, you're like 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch.
Right.
Is he being rude?
I can't understand how it works. How can
British,
you tell?
Of course, he's being rude.
What is he talking about? 1/4 inches.
I don't know. They buy things with pounds. I don't understand it.
We use millimeters. It's more precise, isn't it? Look, I've got a ruler here.
It's just a small thing.
You buy something with a pound. Do you get? Are there 16? Do you break it up into 16?
They get 16 ounces back for change.
Oh.
The metric system over here is the only way I know. I'm telling you.
Well, I remember when they started going metric in 74, 73?
Yeah, because everything before then was decibels of like divisions of 12, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
okay, now we do have to stop. Decibels of sound. We need to go back to insomnia, and I need to get something off my chest.
Okay, go on in.
Okay, there's no such thing as an Ethernet.
Ethernet.
No,
there's no such thing.
Ethernet.
Ethernet.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you call it Ethernet as well? Ethernet.
Ethernet.
Okay, so
trust me, I'm a network engineer, so I deal with Ethernet all the time. So you're talking to the wrong person.
It's called it Ethernet. So what do you call these?
Thank you, Will.
What do you call these?
I've always been a personal admirer. Now, explain. No, it's an Ethernet.
Yeah, what's these? What are these called?
Right. I'll tell you what. Okay. That is a dongle.
Yes.
Okay. This is a Wi-Fi dongle.
Yes.
Right? This is a USB mass storage device.
Yes, that's a flash drive.
Flash drive.
Okay.
So they're two different things. It depends on the purpose.
See, I call everything dongles.
It's only a dongle if it allows software to work.
Yeah, if it does something else. So let's say that is a Wi-Fi dongle. So that will give you Wi-Fi access to something that doesn't. It goes on the 3G network.
I'm being educated tonight. You see, I never say anything right anyway. Look, when I'm building these engines, I call things all over the place. It's just
no, it was just that I literally wanted to get on a plane, go down there, and put up a big flash card.
The best one is Mrs. Welder Wayne telling me about reservoir. I always pronounce it reservoir, and she said, no, it's reservoir.
Reservoir.
So why have I always pronounced it reservoir?
I don't know.
It
must be some sort of espionage strategy.
I mean, and it's weird too because you guys invented the language, right? Didn't you in England? We just screwed it up over here.
I'm gonna have very strong words with my parents. I think you got to think that I was born in Australia. My dad's a Cockney. My mum's a Brummie. So it's all over the place.
You wash your mouth out. That's your mom you're talking about.
Hey, Lo, could you show us a license plate, please?
A
license plate. You got any license plates? No license plates for a car.
Oh yes, I'll have to go get it. Hold on one second.
Go get a license plate. We got Lou. Lou's got new license plates for his car.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. Yeah. So it took a little trouble, but we got him. We got him a license plate. So it's very good.
I bet Wayne used to wash his mouse balls in an old PC. I used to collect those mouse balls, Chris, the little rubber mouse balls, because they made brilliant marbles.
Here we go. Lou's got a license plate for his car.
Oh, it's mirrored. What does that say? Eagle 5. Oh wow.
How do I unmirror myself?
You turn around, get a mirror, turn around, and put it in the mirror behind you.
Yeah.
I don't think I can change that. No, I can't. I can just move you around the board. I can put you at the bottom, Lou.
It is probably a setting. You might have it on your cog setting at the bottom.
Let's see video.
I took it to the Peterson.
Oh right, yeah. He said that, yeah.
Yeah, but we were too late. We got there too late, so we couldn't go down into the basement. So we only saw a few cars.
Oh, is that what you got there from the Peterson?
Yeah, they were in the gift shop.
That's excellent. I love that. I bought a James Bond shirt from there.
Yeah, there was nothing left by the time.
Phil, I want to tell you something. They lied to me horribly at the Peterson.
What's that?
Well, that nice shirt I got with the Peterson logo on it that said it was extra large.
Yeah.
Extra large child, maybe.
Oh, no.
Extra large bulldog, maybe. It was way too small for me.
Yeah.
I did like how in your latest video, Phil, because I saw the start of it, how you're wearing Lou's shirt and Lou's wearing your shirt.
He's wearing a shirt with my logo. He's not wearing my shirt.
I thought you just swapped.
That upset him very much. That upset him. He had to clarify very quickly.
I was wearing a shirt with his
but I'll
logo.
say something, just for in your shop, Lou, you got to be careful because if you buy stuff for the U.S. market in the UK store, the sizing is very different. You got to be careful.
What I had to do was I had to change my location to say that I'm in the US when I'm ordering stuff for the US, because when I ordered a shirt for you, Phil, it came from the UK.
Yeah, and it was.
I didn't mean that to happen. So, but there you go. Just so you know, people, we still have this giveaway going on for the helmets. That's going to be drawn on May the 4th. So I didn't plan that. It just happened to be May the 4th, the day we're doing that. So that's over on the Patreon channel. So if you're over on the Patreon channel, all the instructions are on my social media, so you'll be able to see that, which is all cool. But this is great. I love how that we've been able to just chat and just hang out, and like 9 of us in here. I'm sure we can get 10. It might even be 15, but I'm sure the squares go a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And I don't sort these out. I can move where you are on the board, but as I said, it's the program that allocates where you are. So if I'm talking at the moment, I could go here. But if I want Jacob there to be the main person there, he can be there, or Richard over here. Look, there we go. You over there. Phil, when you're talking, I can put you up here. I mean, this is great. But what happened is I got in touch with Restream and said, I'm thinking about doing this. Can you give me a trial so I can see what it's like? And they were only too happy to. So
wow.
There you go.
It's very good. It's very crisp. But earlier on, you were it was really weird here, at least in good old sunny California. You were blanking out and going fuzzy.
The fuzziness is what I experienced before the stream started. That's why I did put a comment saying that it might be a bit bad quality, but I will watch it back and give them the feedback as well, because this is based on a web browser. So it's not really on my connection here. It's on their connection from their servers. So if it does go like weird, that's why. It's because them, not me. I wash my hands of all of that.
So you have to be wearing headphones in order to make this work?
Yes, because I wouldn't be able to hear you. And my computer's got no speakers because I don't really need speakers here. Yeah. But these ones here, I actually fixed. These were broken, and I fixed the whole thing. So if anyone needs any DualSense PlayStation 5 headphones fixed, I can do that. It's a skill.
Could you not use little earbuds so you don't look like
I could do, but what I tend to find, believe it or not, I've got some Bose in-ear headphones which are noise cancelling. They're like top of the range, but the problem is they've got latency issues. So I can see you talking, but your lips will be doing this and your voice will come later. We don't get that with the dual sense for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Bad Japanese.
I think you were just watching a kung fu movie.
Yeah. You want to fight me.
The next time you're wearing them headphones while streaming, we could get a pizza delivered and it could scare the bejesus out of you.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. It scared the bejeebus out of me at Insomnia when the Ian's one turned up. Because the funny thing was, when these pizzas turned up, I'm convincing the woman that how would I write in audience chat? I don't know. Jacob, I haven't got a clue. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it. So when they come to the table and said, we've got a pizza for you, I'm like, nah, it's not me. I've not ordered anything. And she's standing over me and she didn't mention anything. And I'm like, she's still here. Why is she still here?
You say yes.
Yeah, I should do. So she said, I said F15. She goes, yeah, this is definitely right. I'm like, but my name's Wayne, not Ian. And then it clicked. I'm like, let me see the receipt. And it had Ian's full name, Ian Campbell, on there. I'm like, so I said to my son, Ian's gone and orders pizza.
Well, I'm going to have to plan the next one, aren't I, Wayne?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Pop up next.
Well, I want to do this more often and invite people onto the show to have a talk, especially when I'm doing podcasts. Yeah, because the next podcast is probably the last one of me just rambling on my own, and then I'm going to have guests on here. But there is something else in the works podcast-wise that you'll find out about soon as well. But that will be, I don't know what platform that's going to be on. We'll have to see. But that's what's been going on.
Kevin, the Nexus is doing podcasts now because I was on with him on Tuesday, I believe.
He was, Mark, because I actually listened to that. It was a good listen to. It was going on for an hour, 8 minutes, I think, something like that, and I watched it. If anyone wants to see young Pip, here's Pip. Hang on a second. Stand by. I'm going to put me. Where am I? Phil, you're big there. There you go. This is Pip. Pip is tiny. Pip is half the size of Phoebe was.
Oh.
And look, she's a cross between a Yorkshire Terrier and a Chinese crested.
And why do we have Pip?
Because Pip belongs to Mrs. Welder Wayne's mum, and she's on holiday at the moment for a week. So we've got Pip for a week. She goes back on Saturday. But she's being spoiled rotten here, absolutely rotten. So when she goes back, it means she's going back with all of the. There you go. She's going back with all the bad habits that we've taught her over this week.
Wayne, do you realize that for a moment there you were an ensign because you had a Pip on one shoulder?
Did I?
Yeah, you had one Pip on your shoulder.
Yeah, Lucy. That's great, Lou. I love it.
And if you turn the volume down, I thought it was an SPCA commercial for
Esther can't hear you. What Phil said was I'm an ensign because I've got a Pip on my shoulder.
I got credit for that. Good.
So if we have more Pips, I could be a captain or an admiral. I'll have 4 dogs on my shoulder.
There's 4 of them there. Yeah.
Well, listen, look, it's 9 o'clock. This has been absolutely brilliant. Thanks for all joining me tonight, and thank you for joining the stream.
Okay, so what you need a blow up button. You got to blow everybody up now. Go on.
Cancel us one by one.
I think I have to cancel one by one. So, Richard, thank you for joining me tonight. Mark's Mods, thank you for joining me tonight. Jacob, thank you for joining me tonight. Will's Workshop, thanks for joining me. Who's left? We got Ian. Ian, thank you so much for joining and making this work tonight for us. Sorry I haven't saw a chat tonight. And Phil and Lou, always a pleasure. We said we'll Zoom soon, and there we go. We've done a Zoom on a live stream. But thank you both for joining.
All right.
See you later. Okay, bye. Bye. That was brilliant. I'm glad how that worked. Listen, I'm so sorry that I didn't pick up on chat. I was so trying to get the technical side of this sorted out that I didn't see any chat. So I will make sure next time I look at the chat. I really apologize. Nothing personal. I didn't mean not to answer any questions on chat. But next time I will make sure that I look at the chat. I promise, I promise, I promise. But thank you for making this a great stream tonight. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you later.